Hello, Ave Maria parishioners. My name is Robert. I'm a fellow parishioner here. I monitor the soundboard when I attend Mass, and I'm recording this instructional video for anyone who might be interested in doing the same. As you may be aware, the purpose of the soundboard monitor is to ensure that the volume of the various microphones used during Mass is at its ideal level, and to adjust it as needed as Mass progresses. Let's get started. If you are attending the first Mass of the day, as well as possibly the 5 p.m. Mass, you may have to turn the sound system on via this sound power switch. And when it is on, it will be lit up green. And if you are attending the last Mass of the day, please make sure that is turned off before you leave. Once you enter the church, the soundboard is immediately to the right. There should be a chair in front of it. If there's not, feel free to grab an available one from the wall. So first I would like to give just a general overview of the layout of the soundboard, particularly the parts that will be being used when monitoring it during Mass. You'll be using this section here mainly just to press a few buttons to select the setting, which I'll go into more detail in a moment. And then after that, you'll be focusing here. These are all of the different knobs for the volume for each microphone. And each microphone makes up one of these columns. And the names of them are up here. I will go into more detail on that in a moment as well. And as you can see, many of them are muted. That is intentional. These are moved up to move the volume, to turn the volume up, and you move them down to turn the volume down. The first step is selecting the setting, which determines the pre-selected volume levels for the various mics in an effort to minimize the need for adjustments. To do this, you want to hit the Scenes button below this screen. This is a touch screen, and you select which setting you want. There is Group and Choir. Once you have made your selection, hit Recall, and then hit Scenes one more time to confirm the selection. The group setting is for Masses at which there is not a full choir, which is the case for 7 a.m., 5 p.m., and Saturday Masses. Choir is when there is a full choir, and that should be the case for the 9 and 11:30 Masses. One important thing to point out is the boundary marker for each microphone signified by the capital letter U toward the top. What this is, it's a marker, or it's a spot that you generally don't want to go above if possible, as doing so creates the risk of negative feedback. However, sometimes you may have to if a mic or a speaker is particularly quiet. I have had to go a few notches over it several times for the priest mics, which tend to be on the quieter side. Another thing to mention is the master volume control over here to the right. This affects every single microphone in the room. So in the off chance that there is a major malfunction and you need to turn the sound off completely, hit the mute button. Other than that, the master volume feature is probably something you won't need to use. This is the placement of the volume knobs for the various microphones on the group setting. Now I'd like to go to give a breakdown of the different microphones. The first two that I'd like to focus on are the ambo and the lectern. The ambo is the second mic, and that is the one up on the main stage, that one right there near the altar. The lectern is behind this pillar right here. It is the one near the choir where they deliver the announcements. The main reason I wanted to focus on these two first is because these tend to be the ones that need the most adjusting. Other than these two, the remaining ones tend to need only minor adjustments, or none at all. Next, we have the deacon mic, or the deacon's mic. That one usually doesn't need much adjusting. And then the mics for the priest, Father Aaron and Father Nathaniel. Father Tim uses the mic for Father Aaron. Hopefully we'll get that name updated soon. The wireless 4 mic, I believe, is used for visiting priests, but I've never had to adjust that one. And then there is piano low and piano high, as well as Mary vocal. The piano ones I almost never have to adjust. If I do, I adjust them together, as I'm not sure where to draw the line between low and high notes. The Mary vocal, I do not know what that one is for. I've never needed to adjust that one either. And then on the group setting, the last ones to be aware of are the 4 vocal mics. These are the mics used by the singers when there is not a full choir. And allow me to go into a further breakdown of these. Here are the 4 microphones, the 4 vocal microphones used by the singers when there is not a full choir. These are the ones that are on the stands that sit on the ground. The choir mics are the ones up there that hang from the ceiling. As you may recall from the Soundboard, there are 4 vocal mics, and they go in ascending order from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually there is less than 4 singers. When there's only 1 singer, if I need to turn the volume up or down, I tend to adjust all 4 of them simultaneously rather than guess. Allow me to give a demonstration of what the Soundboard's adjustments of the volume knobs will look like when selecting the setting. This is for the group setting. Normally it won't adjust that much. I purposely moved them more out of line than they normally are. That covers all the essentials of monitoring the Soundboard. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any suggestions or questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you, and God bless.